this time as Fultz made the initial push, killed the player that would have initially tried to stop things, either through direct gunfire with a nitro cell, and at that point chaos was unleashed into the round. The double kill on the nitro cell from Bolo. TSM almost able to shut it down with Bolo almost single-handedly doing the job alone, but unable, unfortunately, to complete the job, even though he did find a very nice kill against Thinking Nate. He was unable to figure out the last player that was above him on the hatch.
So into round 2 now. Gio not switching over to the dock this time. Going to keep the Mira up. We'll see where he applies those black mirrors. So going to reinforce the rest of the hatches. Still have the Thatcher being played by Thinking Nate. You're more than likely going to see this the entire time that Space Station is on offense, as Thatcher is a very, very powerful operator in these sort of instances when you have to deal with a lot of electronics.
Flop there on the mirror window, but not much of an issue. Still plenty of time to correct that. The double mirror window set up on either side of the pillar in the middle of Red Hall. Besides that, everything else looks pretty similar besides the changes that you already mentioned, Sticks.
We're going to have that soft destruction to garage. We saw some presence there the last time, but it was just never used because of the rush that Space Station had applied to the situation in order to get that diffuser down. But again, by the skin of their teeth, in order to make this happen again in the exact same fashion. It's almost catching lightning in a bottle. So SSG, another top floor clear here. You can see the drones rotating through the mid floor, but TSM getting a little bit more squirrely. You can see them challenging the staircases. Rampy's entered the exact same way as drones go down to that second floor once again. Just has to clear out E2, so there's no trouble. Knows that the floor is cleared once again. And it's relatively speaking the same setup from TSM. We still have somebody playing in blue, so Space Station can just focus the hatches.
Well, SSG completing their initial roam clear, at least as far as the second and first floor is concerned, and once again they come up with nothing. As you mentioned, there is the possibility for players on TSM to potentially surface from the basement later on in the round, and Space Station is very well aware of that possibility as they keep an incredibly close eye on both blue and main steps to make sure nothing gets thrown out here by TSM. Spanner in the works for the folks on Space Station, and they once again work towards the execute. About half of the round now gone. They are looking to get access to blue by opening up the hatch yet again.
Well, Electron Claw can't beat out an exothermic, so that will now be opened. They have some server pressure. Rampy already rotating, so looks to be the same.
No ha pasado.
It's almost getting shot through the hatch. Very close there was Merc, as he's still tucked in behind that server rack. Still have pressure on blue from Pojo Man. Expends his first toxic babe. This is all down to SSG. And how they play this out. If you trade out incorrectly, TSM can win the round just on these engagements, but Merc dies underneath. That's a very big pick.
With that of its enemy, Pojo Man is now stuck in his position at blue stairs. He can still waste time though, and that's what's important. Ultimately, we'll have to look for a trade to save his own life, but at the moment he's drone hunting. Brings the shotgun back up and gets aggressive! Goes to the face of his enemy. Only good for a 1-for-1 though. Brings it back down into a 3 versus 4 with going for a default plant. We've got a couple players wrapping their way around on main stairs. Achieved, of course, with that most recent pickup to eliminate the next player on SSG.
Have to keep that main stairs locked down. Bosco with the overwatch. Thatcher gonna drop in. Does Thatcher have the diffuser though? We're about to find out. No, it's just Thinking Nate on an aggressive angle. Gio shuts it down though. Bosco is the actual one with the diffuser. Bolo kills him. Down to 1 versus 3. Rampy tries to strike the wall. TSM with their first round. And they wanted to get the site hatch open, but they have no way to open up either of the site walls, leaving them with no option to try and do that hatch drop, which TSM shuts down. Just a few seconds remaining on the clock. Yeah, the pick that the Kaid got was the biggest one. That shot right there, folks. That was the dagger in the heart for Space Station. Not having enough overwatch in order to stop anyone from trying to kill the man putting the diffuser down. Very, very troublesome. So as we shift sites now, Teller's Office Archives will be the selection for TSM. Already have a 6 pick coming in for SSG as well. Thinking Nate picking up the Nomad. So we'll see Nomad stuck in here in an attempt to dissuade any more aggressive movements from TSM. To be fair, there hasn't been a whole lot of having a shift. Still going to be able to archives play as well. Boy, the second floor CEO office for the time being. Instead, geometric setup for one player on the south wall, leading over towards the main stairs. Besides that, though, bringing quite a bit of roaming capability between Bolo Achieve and Merc Pojo Man.
Jumping onto the maestro. Bring that much needed rock into the sight for those mid-round gunfights.
TSM with some pressure up top. You have to hold this area, otherwise it's going to be very, very difficult in order to get any retake going on. If the offense is able to grab control of CEO, executive, that area where that soft flooring is above archives, you get a lot of free picks through those vertical angles, and that's exactly the area that SSG wants to prioritize. Some free fires from Merc, currently inside of the green near paper.
Oh, this is another best night.
Got some drones downstairs inside a square. They want to make sure to cover these flanks early. Gonna do that with a couple of air jabs. Should always help as well. But they're so very difficult to get rid of unless you have those impacts.
About a minute of the round gone by now. Space station, same as before, taking plenty of time to try and find out any of TSM's shenanigans that they may be trying to pull in the early round before they commit to any part of this map. Well, note the amount of players that are just sitting on drones right now. Of course, our crowd's battling it out here for supremacy. It's always a fun thing to hear.
Space Station's attacks so far have not been bad. The only missteps that they've had is
La primera que nació, la primera la que Cronos de verde, y la última que prometió, la llaman la más joven y la más mayor. Zorro Rincón. Es lo que te debe ver ahí del lugar, y aunque no le gusta hacer el mal, te partirá la cara en nombre de la paz. Su llama verás arder en cada ciudad, en tus vidas sin dudarlas de rezar. Es día. Es fiesta en tu cocina, es día. Es la diosa que te espía, es día. Te hermana te fascina, pero te puedes quemar. Es día. De una nación divina, es día. A las diosas las domina, es día. Te vuelve una propina, extorsiona a las demás. Fueron Apolo y Poseidón a pedirle matrimonio, que Gomón agarró desde el cabezón para jurar que no la iba a tocar ni Dios. Por explorar y no la encontraba. Artemisa ya tenía solo más diosas puras y sin mancillar, y no como Afrodita cuanto asco da. Y viene sobrino fiel que viene a contar aventuras, y igual es día. Me invito a una fiesta, es día. Y me vieron como bestias, es día. Llevaron una siesta, alguien estando está. Priapio es un dios muy guarro, es día. Se lo acerca con descaro, es día. El muro rebuznado logra escapar. Una monja fue salvada, y pasteles tiempo después, una gran ciudad.
Furthest he's been able to come in a long while, that's for certain.
Muy
That's the most promising roster they've had to try and take the title and lift the hammer here at SI 2020. SSG very hyped about the way they closed out that round. Confidence will start to brew into their favor, as so far they're attacking for TSM. TSM will bypass a second attempt at the first floor site in the meantime and work their way up into CEO.
Smart rotation here from TSM. Instead of going back to the same one, letting Space Station have another crack at it, continue to rotate those parameters here. Move move to another objective. Upstairs, have to worry about those north windows. A default setup from what we can see from Pojo Man's perspective is making the default rotates. So this looks like it's going to be a lot of gunplay instead of a lot of who's got the bigger brain.
A lot of gunplay is dictating quite a few of these rounds. That last one overall, a very, very crazy affair with the amount of just instant headshot flicks we were getting from these players. They're on point today. They're out for blood. TSM's out for revenge against the only team that they've lost a map to so far at this tournament.
Well, as we see, a
pedirle
lot of different squads here,
matrimonio,
that seems that North American Siege is just now very, very fast siege.
cabezón para
A lot of teams still obviously have
jurarte
structure, but these teams, Space Station and TSM both, play this game extremely quickly as opposed to how they used to play it.
Teams anyway never seen a team take a loss to.
y oscuras sin mantillas.
Team remaining still done through blood from them. TSM.
Da y en eso vimos que viene a contar.
Up on the repelled windows, oftentimes you'll see TSM players or just defending players roaming out in this hallway across what we call banana. Fultz is looking at a similar angle. And as you've noted, TSM not one to take these shenanigans lightly, given the way that Space Station plays their early round. And as such, nothing going to be hunted down. The drone will have to try and do the work for them, as Canadian is going to push that up towards Spiral.
Some good information on the gentleman that was inside of E2. He's already dropped. You can see him working his way up marble or main stairs on the other side. But for SSG, this looks like a grand stairs, red stairs take from them. Keep Fultz repelled on ATM and try and get everyone upstairs. Already have a West repel as well, but it's Bolo with that aim he's known for to take down Canadian. They're going to have to try and make something work here, but that's already another pick for SSG. Things are getting very dire on these refrags as soon as possible, but TSM's making it difficult for him. Merch flown through a window. Frag grenade gets eaten by an ADS. We already have Bolo looking to get aggressive. Gets one, and it's a perfect round from TSM.
Vida. Apoya que salga aquí.
Especially on a site where they'll have the freedom to roam that they
Ayer
just
quitas
did
los missatges.
Space Station trying to look for so long for an opening kill that would
Que te
allow
enviar.
them
Pues, no sé si a ti te las zanjas en el móvil o
right into the lion's den.
también la Teamara o tienes una opción ficada que después sí que a la otra que las de así.
Space Station's problem with that last attack is that they were looking for a pick early on and then they tried to go for it anyways up red stairs without a pick. Space Station was playing far back. They had those repels. Just very, very difficult for SSG to try and force red stairs without one of those picks at one of those typical angles.
So far,
¿Para qué no me dices?
Oh, Achieved is feeling himself. Let me tell you, sweetheart. My God. This is everything that these guys have ever wanted. This is NA versus NA on the greatest stage in Siege ever. Do you guys see that stage? Are you guys? That's
what
I like to hear. This is not a slumber party.
No era problema.
This is not a slumber party. We are here for that energy.
No para una vuelta, tío, era un parrota mierda. No, y me fue a dos tranquilo.
Ourselves in game and take another look at the setup from TSM as they'll be returning to the basement for the first time since round number 2.
Well, Gio's going to pick up that mirror again. We saw them run this last time where they put two of those mirrors inside of red hallway. Gio does the same thing. Last time it actually ended up begging that huge impact frag. I believe it was Achieved that also played Kaid the last time. If not, it's okay. But it was a Kaid that got the kill the last time from Red Hallway because of one of these mirrors in order to close out that round. This is neck and neck between these two. I cannot wait to see how far this thing goes.
¿Sabes que igual está jugando al nuevo Call of Duty?
For the defenders going into garage as well. So he will have to play directly out here. We say that, but he's working his way in there right now. So we'll check back in on that in a couple of seconds if he is going to still maintain that position. I personally doubt it. We'll see SSG start the drone work once again for the front door in case of Fultz. Still a little bit of self-droning. Once again, check for that roaming presence on TSM. Similarly to the last 2 attempts, though, with the exception of one of their players, which has gone over to the first floor to roam around open, don't have anyone else out from the site of our defensive side.
Aquí eco.
Oh, that's a big
No, igual,
That is
nada
a
de
huge huge pick. No more frag grenades on the offense. No more soft destruction either. That could help them a little bit. Granted, it is the bottom floor, so there's not very much verticality to work, except for those hatches.
Viene a volarle la cabeza 4
So,
veces.
the SSG squad, it's now do or die for them.
Gilipollas.
They need to throw a couple of EMPs as well as some stuns in here to make sure that no ADSs are on blue. This should be their main priority as well as these hatches. We're almost halfway through the round, haven't had any priority on those just yet, but I'm sure SSG will be getting to them soon.
Those hatches, along with blue stairs access, becoming a major issue for Space Station, as they've had to go for a hatch drop on one round due to the inability to properly clear out server and blue with enough time or enough hard breach to actually take the walls either.
Miraco, madre mía.
Attempt to get the site hatch open is going to be a success. A little double EMP to make sure it cannot get K-trick. Second hatch going to be opened as well, just going for the 2 site hatch, meaning once again, neither of the walls on the inside of CCTV can be opened. This once again means that Space Station has a very limited angle to attack with. They'll have to get ready to do that soon if they're going to try to work it just off the hatches. They'll need this full minute to be sure.
Oh no, it's Merc again. Pre-fires right to the head of his duo. Bolt is going to be feeling that one in the morning.
Ya que Vax en U2 y Porto with Kills.
SSG looking to see if they can get inside of server. They really need it right now. These 2 early picks are so damaging. Can't hold us nearly as many angles as they need in order to get this diffuser down. Can still have Overwatch on the hatch, but unless they have a flank drone, they're dead in the water.
Got Canadian hunting for something at the bottom of his hatch, but not really anything to be seen. The rest of the team is holding angles right now too, but TSM, they've done their homework, which I bet they have. They're going to know that Space Station will do exactly that. There goes the first nitro cells. They attempt to deny the plant, but they've got a completely wrong read as to where it's coming from. Canadian getting the plant in the back corner, trying to spam into it. Achieve, yeah, he'll get the kill, but it's never mind.
Situación de clutch, me lo he hecho. Yo no sabía que en TCM estaba Beulo. Irak. Que no sabía que en el TCM estaba Beulo.
Overall though, great defense by TSM, got aggressive at the proper time, backed off at the proper time as well. When they started pressuring those hatches, they completely left server. That's exactly what they needed to do.
I com que hi ha tanta gent mirant com jugar en un joc de merda com aquest.
Back into red hallways so that they could actually play those angles and stay man up as opposed to getting picked.
He certainly has been getting worried now, with TSM feeling more confidence throwing Merc out into the open, which is a pretty big risk under the circumstances here. They've chosen not to do that at all in the previous 2 rounds and instead relied on their blue steps play. But this time, letting Merc go up, take a huge risk on letting him actively roam, where more often than not, he could very easily find himself getting trapped there, but not the case this time. Picks up the +1 man advantage, and then they slowly work the numbers down from there after Space Station is forced.
Ahora fem rankeds, ¿no?
Excited for achieved on this stage. This is a player that could not find a team to make it through CL with. Not because he wasn't a good player, it was just the fact that nothing ever meshed. Finally gets on EXG, they transition over to TSM, they don't look hot out of the game. Pick up Bolo, make a couple roster moves, and all of a sudden they're on the main stage playing up against another powerhouse of North America. This is just truly incredible to watch.
Space Station on the prowl now as they've spawned their way out. Operator lineup bringing quite a bit of utility to the table for them to execute upon, including Bosco, on the Capital, provide those micro smokes and incendiaries. Which TSM with a lot of work for the third quarter position once again, which is why we got guys like Bolts up on Repel. Hopefully catch some of them closer towards Banana here. Drone work needs to be done first though. Hopefully clear out those roamers with it. They'll try to
Well, SSG looking very similar to when they attacked the top floor. Not going to have any north repels here. Thinking they worked his way up to the roof. The rest of the SSG squad, though, poised up in front of ATMs here. Pulls back onto repel. Rampy sitting down low. They need to pick early here in order to make this work, though. They don't have to execute as hard onto the upstairs as they previously did. Obviously, since the site has been moved downstairs to the tellers area. They still need to gain control, though, so that they can get the soft destruction going on with Rampy. Gets picked early again. This can be very dangerous for them, as those vertical angles are paramount this site.
Que es como roll la que.
That softball getting opened up. He tries to take the duel, but a frag grenade is going to send him back. And even then,
Tiene un back que está jugando como una igualada.
that's not a problem for Achieve, though. He's on dock, so he's got stim shots to get him right back up to over 100. Following that up a little bit further here. Space Station still looking to clear out more room across the map.
Lo voy a acompañar, coño.
To worry about time has become a constant issue. Space Station know how to thrive in that kind of environment, though. So themselves, I doubt, are getting too worried just yet. But when they get down to that 30 or 20-second marker, things are going to start to change. Hopefully they'll have a few more kills before then, though, as Rampy clearing out this flooring, opening up top-down.
¿Qué haces aquí? Pero compañero, mátalo, mátalo, mátalo. Puto malo, tío. ¡Qué malo eres! Sí, no he visto una persona tan mala. No he visto en mi vida. Así se va a titular la mierda de vídeo este.